And we're live on a Mercury Day, giving speeches and communication and learning information. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual psychoanalyst and teacher, healer, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic medium, psychic witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, his first creation of himself in the female form, the dark goddess, reincarnated. I am LILITH. What's up, everybody? We have a couple of new people. The subscribers always shift a lot. You don't see it, but I do sometimes when I pay attention. So welcome, new people. In order to keep up with me, you would have seen what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and my anything in my shorts. It's a whole show over here. Sorry, I'm blacked out staring into the box. Give me a second. I'm in total trance. Meaning what? You just kind of black out and you don't move? You're getting information? I was about to do the 10-day forecast, but right as I was moving around, I started getting information about what I had posted about, I can't move. Using your sacral energy. We talked a lot last night about the sexual nature of the masculine energy, how we take action and where it comes from, and all of that. I showed the psyche of a broken woman's mind who uses sex as love, or probably every woman's mind. I don't know normal women how they view sex. As I said that, I'm like staring right at this book, and I'm like stuck in trance. Really? Yeah. Like, I can talk and stuff. I haven't blinked and I just don't move. It's a download. It's a total download. And I'm waiting for it to pass so I can reach into the damn box and get the book. That's how it works. I told you I have these freaky moments where you're like, are you there? Yeah, I'm here, but I'm so totally somewhere else right now. Hold on a second. I'll return to my body in just a minute. Okay. Let me grab the fucking guidebooks for what I was going to do, which is our 10-day forecast. It's supposed to be tomorrow, but tomorrow is today, and I feel the energy because we've shifted into something new. I bought this enormous book. That's not the right book that I was staring at to begin with. Just tranced out. I know the book. What the fuck is that book? We have this enormous book that we just purchased. Not just. I purchased when I got these cards. I was guided into it, not knowing that all of it was about, Carl Jung's teachings. And, sorry, I couldn't fucking move. I just get stuck in the fucking energy. It's like a glitch in the system. You can see something's up. I got this book, and this is as big as the motherfucking Bible. Like most of these damn books I own. Seriously? Yeah, we haven't even started it. Here we go. Battling for abstinence. A lot of it was about addictions. But in the back, it talks about Sheila Nagig. Sheila Nagig is a stage in the Dark Night of the Soul that I know real heavily to be all around sexual. The light goes into your fucking loins. She's actually the goddess of the vulva. She's known as the goddess of the transformation and the rebirth, the canal. And it talks about sexual behaviors and condemnations and just reclaiming your sexuality and taking off the guilt and shame and patterning of, how you gave yourself away for love. And so there's something in here. I mean, this whole book, a transformed parental complex. This whole book is about psychology of addictive minds and addictive behaviors. Naturally, it's around disobedience, resentment, and attentiveness. I'm going to try to figure out loathsome damsel. There are lots of, the Matrix, Jesus Christ, my name's foul. I don't even know where to start. It's, that's what I said yesterday. I was like, how are we going to start studying these parts of the psyche? I have all kinds of books on it we haven't actually got into. Shadow aspects. Trying to see Shiva. It couldn't just be as easy as sexuality. It had to be different. Anyway, so I want to get into that. So what I had talked about is, I mentioned in my community page that that's your sacral chakra, right? That's the home of whatever. We're getting introduced to this damn book. I can feel it. It's all in my hand, and I got all these downloads about it. Where do we start, though, God? The wooing of attain. Introduction is like literally fucking how many pages? Something about sexuality, social affairs, personal experiences, the goddess Maeve, tribes of Ireland. I'm just giving an overview. Stick with me. I didn't plan on this. It just happened. Maeve and the displayed woman. This is all talking about the Queen Maeve, inebriation and initiation. There's got to be a way that shows me in the beginning that shows me what's up chapters or something. Outlines this bitch. Maeve as toxin. Pre-sensual fragmented Maeve towards healing, battling goddess. Come on. Doesn't get any better than that. Balanced consciousness. Communal vessels. Earth as a vessel. Ritual vessels. What the fuck is this? Meditating vessels. Sacrifice. Limitation. I'm trying to see where the fuck we will start with this. It's talking about all the goddesses, though. I'm seeing Renan in here as well. I don't know where to start. The transformation of need. Talks about alcoholism a lot in here. But even if you're not an alcoholic, here it goes. He called sexual bliss out. Not realizing now he was addicted to what he called sexual bliss out. He was entangled in many affairs and had siren 2 illegitimate children for whose support he felt I'm getting a download, hold on. An alcoholic sober for over 10 years came into analysis, unconsciously honoring the goddess through his addictive womanizing. Not realizing now he was addicted to what he called sexual bliss outs. He entangled in many affairs and had... I gotta, it's when I say that, I'm getting like a visual. It all leads to it. Like, it's actually, you know what I mean? It's an escapism. Sex is an escapism. And when you're not escaping it, you're taking all these built-up emotions that lie within there. I had said in my post, you can use it to create. You know, it's the place of creativity. It's the home of creativity. I'm going to just leave it right there. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to do some... I don't know. They just want me to have an overview of this whole... You need to learn how to harness that energy instead of giving it away. It's literally your power. That's what humans have, is the power to create, right? So in the cards, it always say, you know, when you pull the Empress, it talks about birthing new ideas. Not really necessarily birthing children like a fucking, you know what I mean, like a fucking rabbit all the time. But it's about having the ability to create. Because as you realize, all shit travels south, right? So we stuff all of our emotions down into the furthest, which is down, it can't go any further than our loins. I mean, you could have some, you know, leg problems and shit like that, but ultimately that's as far as it goes. That's the pit of our guts, is down there. So for all different reasons, for emotional, impulsive reasons, you seek to release this energy through sex. If you're a person like me that doesn't release it that way, then it comes back up. And that's where all this shit, all your feelings, where are your repressed emotions? Look at the chakra chart. They're literally, most of them are hidden down there. That's where your mommy issues are. You know what I mean? That's where all your nurturing, that's where a lot of shit is hidden down there. Some of the deepest, darkest traumas hide down there. You keep shoving your fucking, you know what I mean, your feelings. You keep shoving them down and shoving them down. And then you take them out. But it's not, because they're still built up. It's like any bit of cup, anything. It's just like love. The more I give, the more it is. It just keeps refilling. So that's where you can have these, and it's a release no matter how you look at it. You're putting all your energy into 15 minutes of fucking fame with this person. And afterwards, that's all you're sitting there doing, is being released. All that felt good. But the second you get back, you're back in your reality. You have to put your fucking underwear back on. You have to put your little man suit back on, and you have to go back and be you. How long does it take before you have to take this energy out again on someone? And, you know what I mean? Being stuck in, fucking sexually fucking abusive relationships, it's like, they had to take that energy out on me all the time. And it could be anytime. Oh, you're just sitting on your phone and now you're turned on and you have to take this energy out. You don't know what to do with this energy. You're built up with energy and you don't know what to do with it. And that's a release for too many people. Too many people. You're just taking it out on someone. Truthfully, yeah, we started to talk about that last night. And so naturally it's still there. And I was looking for some answers in here. I have a whole book on sex magic, but that's the opposite of what we're talking about here. I bought that book in the beginning and we never opened a page of that motherfucker. The beginning, before I left my house, I had a book on sex magic. I was hoping to have sex and it be magical. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm trying to explain to you that, and that goes back to, we started last night, and right after that teaching, we started an episode on music, changing your vibrations through music, expressing your feelings through music, and then we started talking about self-control. So we are on track to something, but the pieces don't look, when you're putting together a puzzle, you don't know what it looks like, you just know it fits together. You don't know the bigger picture until you have all the pieces. So, this is what we're dealing with, and it makes sense. Again, we're in fucking Scorpio season. This is like the highlight of it. Sex and occult and secrecy and all this other fucking death, transformation, rebirth. It's really some serious shit. And that's what it is because if you don't clear this out, that's why your kids come out cursed with generational curses, because that's where it all lies, right? It's all hidden in your loins. So you go out and you take out your feelings on some person and they got all kinds of feelings and fucked up karma, and then you guys create a fucking baby of fucked up feelings and karma, and then have a relationship where you have these fucked up feelings and karma with this person now. It's some bullshit. Isn't it though? But you have to clear all that out, you know what I mean? Because otherwise the kids are going to end up fucking just like the father and just like the mother, repeating the exact childhoods and the exact steps, because they are nothing more than an extension of you. And you're trying to breed them to be better than you based on you, but if you haven't learned anything, then they're going to end up just like you. The point is for them to exceed our expectations, to be something we never could be, to influence them to take their creativity, the limits that we had, off of them. But yeah, that's how babies are made. That was the whole gift, is you guys could create, and those that can't have the ability to create in other forms. It's like, if you're not wasting your fucking energy fucking all day, you could be using that for better things, but you don't know how to exert all that energy. You just, that's your coping mechanism, and it's really unhealthy. It's supposed to be that, you know what I mean, that you could, it's not about taking it out, and that's what it is I want to give this energy. I'm going to give you my dick. I'm going to dick you down. I'm going to give you all I got. It really is that, and you really are. But if you were doing it from a loving space, it wouldn't be, let me, it's over and let's go back to our lives right after. There's a difference between passion and love and sex and lust. And I don't want to remember I ever said that. In the beginning, I was excited. I was like, I want to make love to your body. No man has ever got that text. I had to take a picture of it and share it because it was so cringe. Have you ever seen somebody in their whole life, ever in all time, say some shit like this? Oh my God, I wrote that and I sent that to my best friend. Jesus Christ. Look at me. I'm out of control. I can definitely make you feel demasculized into how much I love you. I don't mean to take away your manhood by asking you to take a bath and loving you in such ways. It's very motherly, I suppose. Anyways, moving on. Something you guys need to start working on. Put that in the back of your head and try to hold on to that every time you get the urge to just blow a load. Try to put that on a piece of paper or something else. Try to do something more creative with that, because that's all it is creative energy. It's an expression of creative energy. And you're not blowing love at these people. I love you so much. Come here. I want to show you. I want to really show you how much love I have for you right now. That's not what you're doing. That's not what you're doing at all. All right, let's move on. I don't know if that's going to come up in the cards, but it's definitely in the energy. So, moving on. Where are we at? 10-day forecast. We're at constructing and building. Yeah, see? You have all that built up energy. Use it to construct something better than... I had a feeling about that one. What is that? My stomach dropped when I heard that one. Really? Yeah, that one didn't feel good. That one's a true emergency. Be with him, Raphael. Hey, speaking of which, we pulled up Raphael's card a couple days ago, and my body has been all fucked up. I'm like, I told you, I gotta work with him all the time. Like, Raphael, come on, bro. Heal the body. I don't know, bro. My fucking muscles are all fucked up. I was like kind of getting this visual. I was like, this is probably what would happen if I tried to roller skate and fell. You get too old, you're too fragile. When it hurts, you hurt more. When you take a hit, it hurts a lot more. That's all I can think of. I'm looking back at, like, did I really fall that hard? I mean, I fell, bro. Like, whoosh. And it's like, oh, this one really hurts. It's like 3 days after, so naturally it would. I better prepare myself because the ice is coming. Everybody slips and falls on their ass on the ice. This one hurt, bro. I'm serious. My fucking hips and shit. I'm like, oh, man. My arthritis. I have healthcare problems. It's not covered by my HMO. Sorry to any of those that applies. I'm just being an asshole. I'm getting old, and I think the verbiage is funny. Why? Because I didn't think I'd be talking about shit like this at the age. Dentures and menopause. Like, you're really not that old. I'm not, because you look at Nicki Minaj and fucking Kim Kardashian, who are exactly my age, 42, and they're out here acting like they're fucking 20, and I'm over here trying to just, make burial preparations. Retirement plans. I love it. Such a weirdo. Alright, I mean, I really am. And that's it, too. It's like, dude, you cannot... I am anything but predictable. It's like you wake up and you're like, who is she today? What is she gonna do today? I'm fine today. Don't ask me who I am. Ask God what He's doing in my life. What are you gonna do with her today? I'm fine until He starts doing shit with me. I'm fine. Really? Yeah. The people that live in the building know that. I'm pretty just chill. I sit around burning sage and listening to something in my headphones all the time. I'm very chill. Nobody knows what's going on. I'm telling you, it's all in my head. That's another thing too. I really, bro, I mean, fuck, have I shown you? I hate the mind. I'd be like, God damn it. I have to deal with my thoughts today. Which is like, it's just damaging. I put a post, I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I could hear it's like, how did you live like this? Numb? I didn't know what was going on. But that's how I don't know what's going on now, is because I didn't learn from my lessons. I got to go back and relive these memories to gain the wisdom I didn't get because I wasn't paying attention. Ultimately, I was just living life. I had no fucking feel about it. I had no feeling about it. I had a lot of rage and anger. God has a way. My phone is on Do Not Disturb. I can see that there's all this shit that she was already trying to get to me. I already told her this morning, why do you argue with a psychic? what's going on? She had to wear her uniform to ROTC, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, are you not going to take some extra shit? She's like, no, you can't wear street clothes under your, you can't wear civilian clothes under your uniform. I'm like, yeah, but you have 2 classes of gym and the rest of the day. You're not going to take anything? Nope. And she calls me, she's like, I need you to bring me my shoes. Okay, whatever. I was like, after the video. Anyways, I better bring her more than that. She's a dorky dork. What was I talking about before that? Don't know. Constructing something better with your time and energy, I suppose. Alright, hat job. The beginning of the crane. The Deacon group is the crane. Minerals are glass and gold. And that's where it is. Up there is all that gold. We got plenty of glass. Ta-da! Construction and building, the first deacon of the crane group, represents laying a foundation for future success. It can literally mean the act of building a structure such as a house, but these terms should also be considered in a more metaphorical level. Because, can you say it again? Hat jot. That's not what it looks, whatever. Signifies the start of a new group of deacons. It also indicates the beginning of a project that will involve your work or career, which is also in line with the concept of laying the foundation. What are you doing now with me, God? It's got to be my career, because I don't have a job. There's a difference between having a career, which is what I do, and having a job to pay for your career. When your career takes off, you no longer have a job anyways. So that's what that is. Although Ken Met, Deacon 2, deals with development and growth, this is more active form of development. You are not gestating in a warm womb. You are actively contributing to your own growth. This may indicate the creation or development of a business, gaining education, or even starting a relationship. It's in the cards. It's been saying that for a long time. That's why they've been making me face all this shit. I had said something, I don't think it got recorded in my video. The Lover's card doesn't bother me. I see the Lover's card as balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine within. That card doesn't bother me. The Two of Cups, that card bothers me. That card talks about a relationship with another. People see the Lover's card and think that, new love. It means just a balancing of your emotions in your mind, a balancing of your actions against your heart, of, coming to terms with yourself and letting your inner child be free. That's what that card means. Love with yourself and with God. Maybe for another person, but how often is that balanced? But the Two of Cups talks about a relationship. Anyways, it's in the cards. But again, like when I'm fighting my battles, I cannot see who's out there, wearing my t-shirt. Can't wait to, meet me. I'm like, nice you at that point. I can't even say hello at that point. As with most of these cards in the deck, exactly how Hat Jot applies to you will depend largely on what already occurring in your life and where this card has landed in a given spread. Spread them. During the week of the Egyptian calendar, the pouring the sand ritual is conducted. It was considered to be an auspicious time to lay the foundations for a new temple or building. It is from the association that much of the meaning of this card is found. On the middle period coffin of Meseti, a crane is presented as part of the offering. An image depicts the crane next to a basket of incense, and its feathered wings are spread as though it is about to take flight, in stark contrast to the 2 nearby geese that have been stripped down to their skin. The crane in the offering scene is still alive because it will be fattened by force feeding prior to being eaten in the afterlife. Ritual work for Hatjat deals with magic that impacts plants and agriculture. That's all? Well, new foundations. And that's what I said too, is like, they had to excavate. I told you we were going through an excavation where they were digging up the soil. So now they'll put down the new foundation. What is it? I don't know. In truth, ultimately, something for me is just that. A new foundation, a new mindset, a new perspective, a new way of life. That's what that means. And it says also a new relationship. I see that and I'm like, yeah, I was praying for that, but I'm like, are you ready? And that's where the fears will turn on right away. Are you ready for someone to reach out? Oh God, I just got my ass kicked with the last time he reached out. I haven't recovered from that one. Oh, who's gonna reach out? Are you gonna reach out and like make this better or make this worse? I don't know. That hurt my shoulders. I felt the weight of the world on that one. That's what I mean. It's like I'm practicing for it, but the practice is like, dude, it's harder than the actual job. I think. I don't know. Healing myself to be in love is harder than just being in love. I'm totally in love until some fucking fucked up my brain turns on. Some fucked up memory and fear comes in because of something you did or said. Paranoid, I don't know. Triggered, bro. Easily triggered. Sometimes I'll take it out on you. But mostly it's just like, oh fuck. It was all good until it became absolutely horrible inside of my head. I'm like, oh, my body hurts just thinking about this. I'm trying my best. And I just get knocked down real hard by these fucking... I mean, fuck, it shouldn't be that difficult, but it does. It becomes that difficult inside of my head. The amount of... It just triggers absolute PTSD. I try to be all cool about it, like all excited to be talking to a dude, but like that dead space, my mind fills up with all of these fears, all these memories, all this pain, all this darkness in between the text messaging, and I'm like, you lost me. I lost myself. I'm gonna deal with myself. It's not an easy ride. I've been doing it. I'm trying. Doing my best. I could easily just like shut down because I don't want to deal with the pain of the past. It's not even the fucking hope of the future. It's like, oh dude, I am so deep in a bad relationship in my mind right now. I can't even see a relationship with you right now. Literally, I tried to, and this is what I saw. Was terrible things that had happened to me in bad relationships before you. And that's where it says, don't go into relationships with unhealed fucking wounds from the past. You're a wounded warrior, and they're going to pour out on this next person. And that's I'm a pure example of that. Alright, let's check the Krishna energy. I feel fucked up. And my daughter wants me to go to her fucking school, bro. I gotta put on a face and be an adult. Fuck. God, give me strength. I really do. I mean, at least some kind of way. Why? Because I'm a reflection of her. They'll be like, ugh, who was that lady? I saw your mom. I gotta tone it down or pick it up or be whatever just so they don't fuck with my kid. Because, oh God, I got Yama. Oh shit. Let me just shut the fuck up. And Chandra was the moon god. Damn. I looked at the bottom, I was like, I got excited about this because that's about a god just like me. It's about the moon. I was like, that's cool. But this card, when I first got these, when I saw a vision of him, I was afraid of this deck. There was something in that vision that had scared me. It was past life. But I was like, oh shit, it's Yama. I used to be afraid of Yama. Everyone's afraid of death, I suppose, at some point. Salutations to you, Yama, the Lord of Death, the Punisher who comes in the form of time. Salutations to the God of the law and the ultimate destroyer of all beings. It's very funny. Right before I came in, that's all I said to them. I was all, know your rights. It says knowledge of the law. What was going on? I'm not sure. I came out of my car and the police were there like they always are every time I'll be looking up, sage burning, dancing. I get out of the car, there's all kinds of police or fucking fire trucks or fucking ambulance. Right, like literally right behind me, and I had no fucking idea what was going on. And anyways, I heard the social workers, they're all like, they're in there fucking interrogating my clients and shit. They can't do that. And I just walked by, I was like, yeah, know your rights. And then I don't know what happened. They said somebody got their car stolen in the back. I'm not sure what's going on. I really don't. I try not to. But anyways, when it happened, I sent the pentagram of fucking justice over at them. I saw the police walking out. It was more than just police. There was something going on. Walking out with a family. And I just sent it over. I was like, dude, bring justice to this bullshit. Righteousness in action. Overcoming the fear of death. Steadfastness in the face of judgment. Well, we're in Libra season. We pulled all the cards. Yesterday, that's what that card was. The rebirth card. The liberation card is judgment. Judgment and atonement. Based on, you know what I mean? They weigh your heart. And based on that, determines your foundation for the next year. It's literally that. There's these big pinnacle moments where you go through. It's like a test. It's an evaluation, bro. To see what lessons you still need to learn. What is that? Karma? However you want to fucking see it, bro. And that's why I think it's fucked up that tarot readers be so excited on a person's karma. Oh, they're learning some harsh lessons. They're getting their karma. They want you to feel good about somebody getting fucked over by God. It's not the devil, and they always say that it's your ancestors doing it to them. It's your spirit guides doing it to them. It's the devil coming to, you know, to get their soul, or it's God. It's nothing. It's them. It's them, bro. They're calling their own fucking judgment in. And that's it. Their higher self is saying, no, they haven't learned this lesson. Make it harder. Make it harder for them. Make it easier or something. Make it more obvious. And that's where you look at it. You look at people, you're like, damn, dude, when are you ever going to learn? Myself included. I don't want to keep doing this. What am I not learning about me and Bobby? I keep running from this lesson. I don't understand. I keep running from this. But I run right to it. What am I not understanding about this, dude? What is the lesson? This is a pattern, and we keep repeating it, and it keeps fucking me up. This is my karma. I'm not learning. I keep doing this to myself because I'm not learning something. That's all that means, bitches. That's all that means. And as I told you, when we're done learning all our lessons, when we've come here and we've filled our cup with everything that we needed to get out of here, which was just some fucked up lessons. We didn't learn a couple things before we were done. When that's done, we die. When we have nothing, when you're done learning, you're done living. It's like, why is God keeping me here? Because He has more for you to learn. He has more for you to do. Really? Yeah. That's all that is. Just don't worry about, you know what I mean? Stop wishing God to work harder on people's lives. He's working as hard as He can to teach them this lesson so that they can be free from it. And realistically, you don't want them free from it. You really enjoy that they're hurting. That's what they get. You like to watch justice play out. I've watched karma my whole life, bro. There's that song, Karma's My Best Friend. No, I just know this is going to come back, bro. I know how this works. It's so real. Anything you put out comes back. Make sure you catch my live video tonight. I mean my short tonight. I'm going to share a short about that. Steadfastness in the face of judgment. And that's it. You've been judged. Are you going to accept the guilt? And that I'm seeing Nicki Minaj. Bro, what the fuck? It's not the first time. Many of us have watched this pattern play out. She has done this to many people. And you look back, what was it about her son's birthday? What happened on her son's birthday that made her go after, that brings up repressed beef? Did she ever really have beef with Cardi B? Or she just had repressed emotions toward bitches like her? How is that? Is she going to accept the judgment of other people for the truth that she acted wrong? Is she going to, she deleted the messages. She knew, there was some sense of her that knew she did something wrong and tried to hide it. But will she admit to her wrongdoings? Or will she stand behind her wrongdoings and say that's what she gets and fuck it and I'm allowed to act like this? There's those moments where we have to atone for our behaviors, no matter how old we are. I acted a fucking fool. And as I say that, I love that fucking part where Kim Kardashian puts her hands on Kourtney. Kourtney's like, bitch, you want to go? Like, look at you. You can't even, you're going to put hands on me? We could put hands, but are you serious right now? You're grown. What are you doing? You don't know how to, this is how your built up emotions. You're going to put hands on me? And that's where it is Cardi has, she, as many kids, it's like, you know, everybody's judging Cardi for having, you know what I mean? Her whole situation. Was it about sex or was it about love, bro? Did she not find a man that loves her? And she just wanted to give him, you know what I mean? Her whole, everything, all her power. That's her power, bro. And she knows it. The power of her pussy, dude. She knew it. And she gave it, and and they're excited about the growth of their relationship. She had to leave her husband to find love. And she found it hella quick and got a brand new life. And bitches is hating because you're not supposed to do that. Hey, me, myself, and I judged it too. Like, oh, bitch. You're like, did you have sex with another man while you were pregnant? Like, oh, they say you're not supposed to do that. How many bitches have done that, bro? And then, you know what I mean? She, in essence, like, she's living the best of her life, and people are attacking her left and right for the decision she made to be happy. She's catching it, bro. She's catching everybody's fucking a judgment on her life, but she's happy. She came from a bad relationship, bro. Years of it. And she found a boo, and she dropped her first album. She is sitting on top of the world, and people want to pull her down. And she's luckily not fully sinking. I mean, she did. She didn't come out like Nicki Minaj talking about their babies and shit. That's real low. I did that. Talking about your kids. I can relate to all this, but in the essence, it's because I know. I understand. People are not so understanding. The general public, that's all you see on fucking social media right now, is the government shutdown and Nicki Minaj's beef. Her beefaroni. She did that, remember? She did it with fucking Mariah Carey. She did it with Megan Thee Stallion. She did it with Cardi B. She just does this, bro. She's got a lot of built up fucking anger. And she's taking it out hard, bro. And, you know what I mean? People don't gotta catch that, bro. And she's gonna learn a hard lesson. They're gonna silence her. You can't just run around throwing your fucking feelings on people. And realistically, it's such karma, bro. And that's exactly what Cardi said. When this happened at that gala years and years ago, Nicki comes out on her little channel and she says, bitch, you got some postpartum depression going on. You just had a baby and you're out here fucking acting crazy. It's your baby's birthday and you're out here acting crazy about a bitch that means nothing to you, that's doing amazing, and everybody's rubbing it in your face. Everybody's like, do you see Cardi? Cardi's number 2. Cardi's number 2. Cardi's number 2. She's over there, fuck that bitch, I'm number 1. And that's all it happened, dude. It triggered in her mind and came out her motherfucking mouth. All over the internet, and she couldn't stop herself. She had to have the last word. And on a side note, and I hear Russ like this. No, let me explain. And what I meant to say is, but what I really was talking about, and let me really break this down. Let me explain where I'm coming from. Let me justify these childish ass behaviors that I'm taking out on the industry or a rapper or a producer or anybody. Marshall, would you like to come into this conversation or maybe just sit quietly in the stands? Quiet on the set. You have the right to remain silent. That's your free will right, and it's a power above powers. You're not supposed to be silenced, but to have the power and not use it, to have the power to destroy a person and still know that and have the knowledge and wisdom that it's wrong and be able to control that power, that's true power. All of us can run our mouth and hurt some fucking feelings. We could do some serious damage with the shit we know. We could hurt them badly. We could hurt their reputation. We could hurt their finances. We could hurt them. We could hurt their children. With nothing more than what? The sword that comes out your mouth. Today's October 1st, and it's Andromeda, which is the Queen of Swords. Be careful with what comes out your mouth. Self-discipline. Silence is golden, bro. And it takes hard. It takes a lot to bite your tongue. But you better bite that thing down, bro. Because the after effect of what comes out is way worse than that witty thought you had in your mind. Some of that shit cannot be forgiven, will not be forgiven by those outside of you. And it can't be taken back. It came out your fucking mouth. You're responsible for those words. Enough said? Enough said. So Yama is, he's killing the bullshit. He comes in, he's one of those ones that rips you out. He's the bringer of death. Like, it's over. This is done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Really? Yeah, that's his energy. You're done. And you're like sitting there. He's the bailiff that comes and gets you. They just give him the look. And you can't fight him. He's bigger and stronger than you. He's taking you. He's taking you straight to learn this lesson. You're going to sit down. You're going to sit down with this one. This is, we're taking away your freedom on this one. We're taking away your free will on this one. Yeah, I spoke of it. I did been in spiritual court in real life. I did this last year. I ended up, it wasn't exactly last year, but I ended up in spiritual court. It was, let me think, by November. Yeah, because my get out of jail free card was to call Bobby. I got stuck into my own karma. I had to go back and learn my lessons. I took out all my pain and all my unhealed ways on a new lover, which was Wolfman, which was supposed to be a blessing to me, and I cursed it with my mouth. So I had to go back and learn all these fucked up lessons all over again. Really? Yeah, it's really simple. I didn't know exactly what was happening when it was happening, but I can look back now and see how I got into that place and how all this happened after the fact. How I had to end up back where I started, learning all these fucked up ass lessons, going through this karma again. Catch the patterns, bro. That's all I can say. That's all we can do is pattern recognition. Why are we in the same place? Because we didn't learn our motherfucking lesson. What didn't we learn? Stop doing it. Stop doing it and start looking at it. And that's what I do all day. I have to look back and, no. I sit in peace and I look at God until I'm triggered to look at myself. Then I deal with myself and I go back to God. Sometimes I go outside and I get distracted looking at other people, but usually no, I'm just looking at God. I'm looking at what God's doing. I'm looking at the universe. I'm looking at time. I'm looking at the energy grid. I'm looking at everything. I'm like way above just a star looking at the whole concept, the whole construct of life until I'm having life. And then I'm in it. And then I step back and I was like, whoa, that was a lot of life. A lot of life. There's a lot going on in there. That's how that works. So yeah, you're probably facing judgment. And are you gonna deny the accusations? Why do they call you that? Why do they think that way of you? Why are they persecuting you? Are they false accusations? Are they calling you something you're not? Or you just don't want to accept how people view you and how your actions put that view? Odin's son. We're gonna check to Odin, and I just remembered my daughter. Damn her. She does this shit all the time to me. Do you hear her? She's a pain in my fucking flesh, bro. Just like last night with the cupcakes. You heard her go crazy on me about some cupcakes? She took a bite of it in front of me while she was still yelling at me and threw it in the trash. She yelled at me for eating one more cupcake than I was allowed because we had 4 each, which were those little mini guys, only to turn around and spit it out of her mouth. I told that bitch nicely. And that's where I be biting the fucking shit out of my tongue. I want to tear you up right now. How dare you fucking call me on some bullshit? I put on do not disturb. Don't disturb me with this bullshit. In the essence, yeah, your feet hurt. Wait till you start sweating. How were you going to do weightlifting in this outfit? How? Her fucking ROTC is like 6th period. She was going to do everything else in this fucking suit. I didn't see it happening. But they told her to wear the motherfucker. I don't know. And then I got to fucking dry clean the bitch when it gets off. Son of a bitch. Definitely if she's wearing it all fucking day. Jesus Christ. Anyways, sorry. I'm like, I don't want to go out to her school. I don't want to go to school today. Where are we at? God? Oh, fuck off. Oh, God. We are in some fucking energy, you guys. These are literally my enemies in time. Seriously? Well, there's me. And there's... Oh, God. What is Loki? Seven of Swords. Lies, deceptions, cheating, the trickster. The enemy, the thief of the night. If there was such a thing as a devil or a demon, it's this guy. Out to fucking sneaking. You know what I mean? He's just walking through the town and, you know, I'm seeing... I'm seeing Dennis the Menace, the old movie. And he's just cruising through the town and looking for a come-up. Anything he can come up on. He has no conscience, dude. He sees your brand new clothes, you know, he sees your shoes outside of your fucking doorstep, and you just wash them, and the shoelaces right there, and he's gonna take them. He's gonna try to get your girlfriend. He's gonna, if he sees your car running at the fucking gas station, he's gonna take it. It's an energy. It's a thief in the night energy, bro. Just because. He does it because he can. Just to see what he can get away with. This is a nasty ass energy. This is fucking restless energy. So like, get out of my face, Loki. It's just to see what he can get away with, bro. It's the dark side of humanity. It's the dark side of free will. You know what I mean? Finders keepers. It's just that. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? That's it, bro. It's not just the movie. It's a real funky ass energy. It's a funky ass energy. It's Jafar. Like how are we gonna take over the world today? I don't know. Let's go fucking wander the streets of downtown and see if we can pickpocket somebody. That's that energy, bro. It's so ugly. It's an ugly ass energy. Oh god, this bastard. The trickster. Loki is a giant born of Farbayuti and Nal. He belongs to the Seer. He fathered three beings, the Midgard serpent, the wolf Fenrir, and Hel, with Ogress and whatever, his wife was an ogress. He then married Sig, with whom he had a son, Narari. He is a giant among the gods who lived in an illusionary life. One minute he appears as himself, the next he is shapeshifted into something else altogether. That's it. He pretends to be whatever you want him to be. The Loki card is a direct message about your life and how you are integrating all of who you are into your reality. Loki encourages us to take another look at the illusion and what we present versus what is our truth. And that's where you got to take it off, bro. You got to quit telling the wrong narrative. You know, I could see my ex-husband. He's been telling this for 14 years, that I'm this and I'm that. He's been telling these lies to himself, bro, and anybody else that will listen, to make him feel better about the fact that he's just a piece of shit. He said I was a drug addict. He said I was that I was sleeping around. He said I was a bad mother. He said that I didn't work. He said all these terrible things to make himself look good. But how can you look good telling people that you were sleeping with a person like that? And that's the shame of telling the truth of who you are, and the fact that, you know what I mean, you were my little pet and I became yours. In the pursuit of trying to help you, you destroyed me to make yourself feel powerful. I never helped you. There was no helping you. No woman, man, or child will ever help you. My daughter living in your house as your little friend, like, you know, your sister to your mother, is not going to make you better. Your children are not your friends. It's not how it's supposed to be. It's a bond, but it's not supposed to be a fucking friendship where you tell them all your secrets and go and drink with them and you turn to them for everything. And now your friend is sleeping with your man. Do you remember the truth about your guys' relationships? You have a very distorted family, bro, that I tried to pull you out of, and you couldn't face the truth because they wouldn't. Nobody would, but I did. And my children are going to live the lie. You're not going to make them believe that you are healthy individuals that just want the best for them. You want the best for yourselves, which is pride. You want to be able to show people that you're a good father, but you never were a father. You had a dick and had sex and it made a baby twice. No, 3 times, unless you have more illegitimate children. You never had what it took to be a father. Nobody took that ability away from you. You just didn't have it. father is a father by choice. You can't take that away. You can't take away a mother's motherhood. Even if she doesn't have children, she's still going to be a mother to other children. You're not a father to anybody. You're a child yourself. And so was I, mentally. You were a reflection of a pain and a life that I didn't know I had. In me, in you, if I could heal you, I could heal me. I saw your suffering, and I saw a part of me that I didn't even know. I had no idea that I suffered from sexual abuse and that I had any mental illnesses because I was too busy dealing with yours. I was too busy dealing with everybody else's abuse and neglect and addictions and mental issues. Too busy trying to heal everyone else that I had no idea that I myself was sick. But I would have to be sick. You have to be a drunk to be around drunks. You'd have to be a drug addict to be around drug addicts. The sane doesn't hang out with the insane. That's just a pure example of baby daddy number one. Then you have baby daddy number two. Then you have the first one that programmed my children to believe the same thing, that I didn't love them, that I was out in the streets being all these terrible things, when all I was trying to do was figure out how to provide a home for them. And it took years. And when I did, they didn't want it. They just wanted the home that they called home. It took me years from childhood to figure out how to create a home to bring these kids to. And when I brought them to Colorado, they wanted nothing to do with it. Every time I brought them into a safe home, they wanted the home they came from. And they hated me because I didn't stay home with them. He told them, and his parents and everybody told them, that I was all kinds of shit because I wasn't home with them. And when I told them my truth, it didn't align with the lie that they had been living their whole lives. No, you're a drug addict, and you're all these things, and you didn't care about us, and you this and that. That's what it is. You can wear people's lies, or you can walk in your own truth. And in doing so, I accept that I wasn't the best mother. And I forgive myself for not having the knowledge, not having the wisdom, not having the security, not having the ability to be a mother. When I started with them as babies, I looked like I was going to be the best mother ever. With the support I could, but when I lost that support, I didn't know I couldn't be a mother because I was trying to provide. What makes me a good mother now is leaning on God. He provides for us, so I don't have to stress that, and I can worry about being a good mother instead of being a good provider. That's what's made me a better mother, is not running away to work, but being home with my children, being available to my children when they need them, when they need me, being understanding, listening to them, having time with them. I didn't have time for my children. I was too busy trying to give them what they needed, not knowing what they truly needed. And now, as you can see, the things outside, I didn't notice. They didn't need any of that. They just needed me. And that's what it means to be a parent. And, going back to, these fathers, it's like you think you're a great father just bringing home the food. But they don't know their father, and you don't know your children. And that's a bond that you're going to lose. They'll grow up. He can't know what they were. He can't ever know them because he didn't know how they became this way. He'll spend his whole life, if they ever give him a chance, getting to know, people just like him. Or people that used to be like him. He'll never really know his children, and he'll say all these stories that it was my fault. But that's not true. It was your fault. And that goes back to I'm seeing Marshall. Marshall has told a lot of stories about his marriage and his wife and his life. But that's all created from a hurt place. What's the truth? You don't want to stand in the truth, because the truth makes us look bad. And we're trying to make ourselves look better than what it really is. Halloween, right? Dress it up. Let's make us look like a happy family. Let's make this look like everything is okay. Hey, bro. You have more love for the things. That's why people liked watching Malcolm in the Middle, and they liked watching Roseanne. They liked watching Married with Children. They liked watching that there were families, you know what I mean? Dysfunctional families living regular lives. This was way before the Kardashians or you know what I mean? Beverly Hills 90210. You know what I mean? These were the real stories of real families, how they went to work, how they lived, and how they, you know what I mean, had real lives. The Wonder Years. Urkel. All of that. That's what we watched, is we watched other families to learn how to be families. Now you're just watching celebrities, learning how to be celebrities. All children are. At a young age, they're trying to be TikTok stars or trying to be some kind of influencer, trying to get a YouTube or a Twitch or a Discord. They're trying to be big. That's what they see as success, not families. If you find yourself feeling alone and... Oh, that's not where we're at. That was fragile. Anyways, Loki card is a direct message about your life and how you are integrating all of who you are into your reality, which is your shadows. He encourages us to take another look at the illusion and what we present versus what is the truth. And that's Russ. Russ, are you okay or you're not okay? You're walking in the in-between, bro. Either way, you're living a lie. You're either lying to us about overcoming some shit. You know what I mean? You're lying about a childhood that didn't happen, or you're lying about a childhood that didn't happen. It either was really great or it was really terrible. And you're standing in the in-between because you're protecting the terrible people instead of letting yourself free of it. The longer you hold the secrets about the people that harmed you, the longer they have power over you. I never wanted anybody to know about what a loser my ex-husband was, because when I tell these stories, I look powerless. I look like the loser. How could you be married to such a loser? I look stupid, bro. Fuck how they are. They're all kinds of stupid. But what was wrong with me? And that's what it is. You're protecting someone else's fucking image because you don't want to face the truth that something's wrong. Anyways, Merkstavi. Look out for the trickster. Reverse. This card warns of unfortunate events that may catch you off guard. You may be questioning what is happening to you. Loki in reverse does not suggest duplicitousness, but rather that there is another way to view the illusion. There's a cosmic humor in what appears to be bad luck. Recognize the illusions and remember that karma plays a part in everything. All right, so as I see this, I saw what happened to Red yesterday. What happened? I don't know. I saw him yesterday. He's like, do you have those hangers? I was like, no. I was like, wait a minute. Did you lock your keys in the car? He's like, I can't find them. I was like, oh, God, bro. I hope you don't have to go through what I did. And I didn't feel like he did. My spirit didn't say it. And I saw him later in the evening. I was like, did you find your keys? He was like, yeah. I was like, that's cool. But in the essence, it's like, oh, you're about to catch a lesson. He said that, I told them, I went to the dispensary yesterday, and I told him how that happened to me. He's like, dude, that happened to 2 people then. That happened to a guy the other night when it was raining. It was like, seriously? I was like, yeah. And it's like, it's just a lesson that we all learn. We all handle it differently, but this is something that happens to everybody. This goes back to Steve's love tarot. He said that it was going to look like your guardian angels were taking a break by all the shit that was pouring down on you. They have to stand back, bro. When God let that last magical attack on me, I saw it. They stood back. They had to stand back and let this hit me. They couldn't. God said, no, she's got to take this. She's got to take this magical attack. Why? To show others and to overcome it. But yeah, they had to. I was like, it fucking killed me. Where were you to stop this? It's in the cards, at least for 10 days. Unfortunate events, a series of unfortunate events, which again aligns with still Fortuna, fate, The Wheel of Fortune. It's destined that you learn this lesson. Really? Yeah. Again, you can look at my fall. I'm like, damn, I fell hard on my ass. Like, damn, that was unfortunate. Like on page 69 too. It's balancing it out. Sorry, not sorry. And that's the devil. The shadow. Judgment. That's all this is in. This is some shit ass energy for the next 10 days. Really? They're gonna rock your foundation. If we're not building foundations, the opposite of building new foundations is what? Tearing up your foundation. Which is what? The tower. What is Loki? The devil. What is the fucking 7 of fucking wands? Fucking protection and boundaries. Sticking to your beliefs and shit. This is crazy. Oh man. I mean, it's the dark days. What can you say? And then, you know, ugh. I don't know. I can't spend much more time. I'll pull some more cards when I get back. Again, I gotta go to the fucking high school. High schoolers are mean. Not really. I mean, I'm not stressing them. It's just like, damn it, I told you. I fucking told you. Why do I gotta fucking do this? I should make her bitch ass just not. I mean, that's where it is. It's like, you know, teach them a hard lesson. No, you have to wear those shoes all day. That's where the mother comes in. It's like the father will be like, nope, let them learn. And the mother's like, no, come on. They've had enough. Let them off of, you know, that's that grandma. Come on, let them off of timeout. And then you go and give them an ice cream and shit. That's Mac Miller. That's my Mac Miller energy. It's like, oh, come on. She's had a hard day. Be nice to her. That's a loving energy. That's that Christ energy. Like, no, don't make them suffer. Forgive them. Forgive them. Forgive them. I mean, in essence, God, we can't stand in front of God and his judgment on your life and what he's doing in it. You want people to pray for people, but you think that he's not there doing this to them. You think something else is doing it to them. They did this to themselves, is the common saying, bro. They had this coming, bro. God. Karma is a motherfucker. And that's what it is you're just like, fuck, dude, we're going to have to learn hard lessons. It'll seem like a lot of bad shit. And I don't wish that for anybody. It's not bad. It only feels bad, bro. I promise you, if you step back from whatever is about to happen to you and and tell yourself when it's happening, this is my time to learn. It'll take off the sting. Especially when you end up in jail and they're like, oh, what are you in here for? We're all in here for some shit. We all fucked up. We fucked this up. There's karma for fucking Nicki Minaj's actions, bro. She's not getting away with all that fucking running her mouth yesterday. This is going to have long-term effects. And because it's a fucking pattern that keeps getting worse, at some point it will stop. And that goes back to, you know what I mean, Jimmy Kimmel. Through them, a lot of people learned, through him, every fucking talk show learned a real hard lesson that everybody had to learn. And we learned it through him. And he did too. He's going to have to adjust his way of life. He's going to have to watch his fucking mouth. He's going to learn how to bite his tongue and not be so cocky about insensitive things that come out of his fucking mouth. Just trying to entertain people. Making jokes at the expense of others. And, you know, so it's in the energy. The Queen of Swords is about your mouth and your intellect, your words and your thoughts. And what they have created. And that's the weighing of it. They know your secrets, bro. God knows your true intentions. And that's where he's going to expose them. What's done in the dark will be brought to the light, as he said. And in light of that, I have fucking pest control coming, a room fucking check, and I gotta go fucking... I just want to pull her out of school right now. I'm like, dude, just come home. Just forget this. Why? I don't know. It stressed me out. I didn't want to do this. I told her to pack some clothes. I hate being psychic and nobody listens to me. Especially at home. It's like, I asked him a question, I'm like, you're fucking lying. No, I'm not. I'm psychic. Stop. Don't treat me like I don't know. I don't even want to know. Let's just move on. Oh, sorry. Anyways. And you don't have to be psychic to know that, oh, fuck. And if you're in fear of, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of some bad shit happening? Why? Why is God going to teach you a lesson? Do you got some lessons that you didn't learn? That's what that means. Don't fear the lesson, bro. Embrace it so that you don't have to keep repeating it. That's the point of this. You want to keep doing this, bro. You don't want God to keep dragging you through the fucking mud for you to fucking realize why he's dragging you. That's all it is. When it's happening, ask him, what do you want me to see from this? What are you trying to teach me? He's not trying to hurt you. He's trying to teach you. He's not trying to hurt your life. He's trying to make it better. He's not trying to destroy your life. He's trying to create one for you. You don't understand how he works because the books don't really tell you, or people don't. Back to your addictions. I mean, that's a heavy one. We started on that. 82% of my following is men. Guys, this is your energy. You need to learn how to control. You can't be powerless to a beautiful woman. Why do you think all the women at age whatever are running around trying to be beautiful? So they can control you. If you have a man, if you got a good man, look at fucking Jonica. That bitch, bro, she's got it made, bro. That bitch can have anything at the bat of her eyes, bro. The lick of her lips. She can get anything out of that man. She'll never have to work hard. She'll never have to do anything. He will do whatever. He will meet every one of her fucking needs and desires as long as she keeps his dick wet. That is such a waste of his power to be powerless. And little does she know is if somebody else came and fucking put that thing in their mouth, you're done. And that's why she's got to keep on top of it. She's got to keep it hard and on top or drained so that he's not giving it to someone else. His love language is Apple Pay. If you're loving him, he loves to give that cash away. That's dangerous, bro. He is being pimped on a very spiritual level. And at this point, she knows exactly how to get him off. She knows exactly how to make him, you know what I mean? How to bust a nut and get his credit card. It's your worst fear, bro. It should be. And you really got to admit that you don't have any power over this. That really any girl could probably do this to you. The right one, the perfect type, dude. Make you fucking give up your whole life. I couldn't understand that when it came to Bobby. It's like, you're going to sacrifice your whole life for some pussy, bro? I refused to believe it. I made myself believe that there was something more between us, that he was taking such risk, that he wouldn't lose his life over some pussy, bro. Now we look forward and it's like, was it? And that's the truth. What is the real truth, Bobby? Is it just over some pussy? Or is there really love there that you can't admit to? You got to admit your truth, whatever it is. And that's whatever it is. It's like, why do you know what I mean? Are you going to run around and say it was just a mistake? It was just sex? I couldn't say no to her? Then you got problems, bro, if you can't say no to 42-year-old me. There's a lot more beautiful women than me. I'm just being honest. You know, I'm beautiful and all, but I'm not Kim Kardashian. So if a woman like me can take you out, what can a woman like that do to you? Just being honest. I'm being humbled. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could rock your world, but there's girls that, you know what I mean, that are going to, you know, they're going to fucking turn you on faster than I do. And that's what it is. It's like, what do you do when you're, you know, can you control that? And that's where we start back with self-control in all forms. You're going to say something, you're going to do something. What are you going to do with all these feelings? And that's what women do. And, you know, men use that power because women need things. So they, you know what I mean? They manipulate the shit out of that shit. Everybody's trying to be a sugar baby. It's like, damn, I need a sugar daddy that has diabetes. Doesn't want to piss on me. Hey, I love you, so I gotta go to the school. God damn it. Don't you hate doing shit you don't want to do? I don't want to do it. Please don't make me go. I gotta go. I gotta save my kid from her fucking dogs barking. Hey, I love you. Laters. I'll catch you in a little while. Laters, Raiders.